everyone, it's Jen. Thanks so much for joining me today. Today I am coming on with some project shares for Scrap Diva Designs, and I made these with some of the dies from the February release. I'll link all the dies in the description box. My referral link will be there. If you place an order through that link, I do get a commission, so I really appreciate it when you guys use that, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. And you can always use my coupon code at checkout, which is strawberry cream, and that will save you 10%. Okay, so let's get started with the first projects. And these are using this die set, and this is called the Seed Bag Envelope Set. So it comes with two different sizes of seed bag dies, and I'll just show you the bigger one. It's very easy to put together. You just cut this out once. This is the main piece. It leaves a cute little eyelet flap. There are glue tabs here, and it folds right there, so it's just easy peasy. Comes with layering pieces for all of the different sides, and you can use these for cutouts on your seed bag or as just like extra labels, and the same thing for the smaller ones. So I made projects with both of them. I also used just a couple of dies from this set, and this is called the House Mini Album, and I needed some tiny flowers, so I used flowers from this die set. I haven't made the house yet. I have to do that soon. I would really like to, but anyway, I just used a couple of the little flowers from that. Okay, so this one I had, I don't think I showed you guys yet, but I made this a while ago, like right when the release came out. And it's actually on the product page on scrapdivadesigns.com with a larger one, and I can't find that one anywhere, but it's the same kind of style. This is using the paper from Memory Place, the My Dear Friend #2, and there might be a little bit of My Dear Friend #1 in there. And I did stick it together with some removable tape, and the flap keeps popping up, so I have to redo that. But anyway, this is the small one, which I think is so adorable. I used white, I think this is 85-pound paper for the construction of the little envelope. And then I used the paper from that collection I mentioned for the layering pieces. And look at that cute little bingo card with the Easter Bunny. It was like, I don't remember if it was a piece of ephemera from this collection or just a little cut apart. So I just glued that on there with some, I popped it up a little bit, a little heart cabochon from Hobby Lobby, and this comes from that paper collection as well. I put a little cutout on the back, and that's from the die set, that rectangle, and you can see the stitch detail. And I added some washi tape on this flap before I glued it shut, and just trim the edges. I just like the way that looks, and they're like little tickets. So when you open it up, I did add a layering piece there as well. So this one I didn't add a window. I just wanted to focus on some really cute paper. So yeah, I have this double-sided tape from, I think it was from, hang on one sec, I'll show you. This one that I got from Walmart, and it really doesn't stick very well. So anyway, that's what I have there. But this is such a cute little envelope, and as you can see, it curves here too. So it's just has nice details throughout. Okay, let me measure this one for you, because the other two that I have are the larger size. This smaller one turns out to be about 2 3/4 inches by about 2 inches. So nice little size. Put that in your journals, send little goodies in there. It's a seed bag envelope. So is that what it's called again? I was looking here. Yeah, seed bag envelope. So you can put seeds in there and gift them. So yeah, it's just a really cute little envelope, I think. And then I made 2 larger ones. This is one of them. And this one, let me just measure this first while we have the ruler ready. 3 1/4 inches by about 2 3/8. So this one I used, actually this one I used craft paper in a roll, and this was a roll that I got from Ollie's that was actually originally Dollar Tree craft paper. So you can use just like craft paper in a roll, like wrapping paper, to make this. If you use some layering pieces, just makes it really sturdy. So that's what I did. I wanted to see if it would work, and it did. So this craft paper here with the designs on it comes from Hobby Lobby and a paper pad, all different craft paper designs. And I love the size of this one. This is a little bit more practical, I think. It's bigger. It's not too big though. And these are the flowers from that House Mini die set. And I added some enamel dots in the center. There is not a layering piece for the flower part, so I just cut out this main piece twice, cut off the pink part there, and glued it onto the green part. So, and I did a yellow one there. And this comes from, I don't even know, I just fussy cut it from something. So very cute, right? And then this paper here comes from Michael's from that new oh, I forget the name of it, from that new paper pad I got, and I showed you guys what it was. And it looked a little bit too stark white, so I edged it with some tea dye distressed oxide. And yeah, it's just a cute little envelope. This one, how did I close it? Oh, I added Velcro dots, or a Velcro dot. So I think the craft paper makes it look very, I was going to say seedy, but seedy isn't the right word. But you know what I mean? Just like something you would find seeds in. So that's the first one. And then the next one I made, I used that, well, not this exact paper, but from the same paper pad, some craft paper with like designs on it. And this one I cut a window. I cut a big window. I used the, let's see, I think I used this die here, the rectangle from the smaller one. And there's no stitching because the stitching would be on the inside part that I discarded. And I added a piece of acetate underneath before I glued it together. And I put some pretty paper, I think it was the same one. Yeah, the same paper from that Michael's paper pad in the background there. And then more flowers from that House Mini die set, or House Mini album die set. And then these come from that die set as well. They're teeny tiny little flowers. I'll just measure them in case you are interested. Not even a ½ an inch big. So small little flowers, enamel dots. I hand stamped zinnias there. I just like the look of that. I think it looks, like kind of rustic, should be in a garden. And I didn't put any papers on the back because I just love that craft paper with the designs on it. And then this is a little heart clothespin that I just got recently in Happy Mail from my friend Lisa. Lisa, thank you. I'm putting all of your stuff to good use. I glued on one of those flowers as well, so it just makes a cute little way to close this. I think I didn't add a closure. So it opens like this, and I did struggle to get the acetate to stick to this craft paper. I think it's just really heavy and was hard to get it to stick. I tried to use some double-sided tape, that wasn't working. Eventually I used some Fabri-Tac and that did work. But yeah, another little envelope, and I think this one's probably my favorite. I think it came out super, super cute. You can use these to send seeds, little gifts, put in your journals, like I said, and yeah, just fun. Pocket letters you could probably put in there. All right, so that's the first project, and hopefully I find that missing seed packet eventually. All right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, this is a really cute, simple one as well. This is called the bow envelope. So these are the dies that it comes with. This is the envelope. That's all you need, just a one piece to create an envelope. And then these are layering pieces for the bow closure. So that's the main die. I also used one of these dies. This is the A2 ribbon frame. I think I used the second largest, we'll see. But you can use these just as like background dies, and it does come with the bow, but I didn't use that. So let me show you the first one, and this one is with that A2 ribbon frame in the background. So it's just in a nice little background. This envelope measures about 3 5/8 by a little bit over 4 1/2, maybe 4 3/8. So this is the front of it. So I just want to show you this first. I used some Doodlebug papers and pieces of ephemera. I used some Lawn Fawn clear glaze to add some detail, and some scrapbook.com Wink of Stella. Pop some stuff up on some thin foam tape, and I think it looks really, really cute. A good Easter envelope. I thought this would be nice to put cash or a gift card in my kids' Easter baskets. And then the other side looks like this. So this is the bow closure it makes this envelope really unique. I added layering pieces. I used some like red fuchsia kind of shimmer paper there. And then I stuck a little Peeps Bunny ephemera from Doodlebug on the top there. And I love this detail that is created on the flap of the envelope, and it just tucks inside the bow there, or behind the bow. So you just pull it open like this, and if you use double-sided paper, it looks really cute when you open it. See, that's what the closure looks like. It just cuts out like part of the bow, so you could just tuck the flap in there. So super cute, and just a really cute envelope. You can make smaller cards to fit in there if you want to, or, you know, gift cards, like I mentioned, or, you know, ephemera, whatever you want to put in there. So that's that one. And then I made another one as well, just similar, same papers and ephemera, well, same collection, Doodlebug. And then for the edge here, the scalloped edge, this was some packaging from Doodlebug. I think it was the Chit Chat from this collection. And I just trimmed it a little bit and added it to the bottom of my envelope. And I think it looks super cute. So use your packaging when you can. I know a lot of us use the acetate from there, but you can use like the actual, you know, packaging, paper packaging itself. So another really cute one there. And then this is the back of this one. I added some flower ephemera, made a bow with some blue paper, and that's what it looks like on the inside. So cute little carrots. And I purposely cut it this way so that the carrots would face right side up when you opened it. You got to be careful with directional prints because it'll look nice on one side but be upside down on the other. So that's why I didn't want to use directional prints on the you know, the outside of the envelope. But if you want to do it on the inside, just position your die on your paper so it comes out the right way. So those are my next two projects, and I have a few more for you. Oh, things are falling. Okay, so the next one, we used this die set, and I'm pretty sure this is sold out right now, but make sure you put yourself on the wait list if you are interested. I'm pretty sure, this is my theory, that companies, when they see a lot of people on the wait list, they're more apt to reorder it. So, you know, it's a good idea to get, for you to be reminded when it's in stock, and also for the company to know that people want it. So anyway, you guys probably know that. I just kind of figured that out. So anyway, this is the triple bow. It comes with two sizes of these gorgeous bows. I think Jen Cassell designed this, and it's just a stunner. I understand why it sold out because it's just gorgeous. It comes with 3 pieces of a bow, this piece, and this piece, the tails. Layering pieces for all of them, and then, well, I should have said 4, and then the part that ties around with layering pieces too. And just the way that the pieces come together make it look really unique. So when I make bows, especially double layered ones, I like to use thin paper so I don't have to, I mean, you have to do some paper shaping a little bit, just kind of like breaking the fibers to make sure it bends nicely without too many creases in it. So let me show you the little ones I made first. Okay. So this one here is one of the smaller ones, and I used some gold ribbon from Dollar Tree, and it was in the floral department. I've had it for a long time. I don't know if they still have it, but it's very thin, very pliable. And then the layering pieces, I used some wrapping paper, and this is wrapping paper from Marshall's or Home Goods, one of those stores, just like really good quality wrapping paper. Still very thin, but it doesn't break when you use it, so that's why I like using wrapping paper for bows. And it's just such a pretty dimensional bow. You can use like either a dowel or a paintbrush or just one of the tools that you have in your stash, and just kind of like open these loops a little bit to make it look even rounder. So that's a good tip. I put a little cabochon, again from my friend Lisa. It's just perfect there on the center, and I think it looks so cute. If you want to, you can cut this piece apart, this like the tails part, and put them going out from side to side if your bow, you know, if it fits better on your project that way. This one I added a brad because I was having a really hard time getting everything to stick and to stay stuck. So I poked holes through the different layers, and you could see that there's a pink brad going through there. And then I glued the cabochon on top of the brad. So let me measure this one for you. Again, this is the smaller size, and this one measures from top to bottom about 2 1/8. And then side to side, it is about 2 inches, you know, give or take, because it's very dimensional. So that's the one. And then I did one in the reverse with the flower wrapping paper for the background, and then the gold ribbon for the front or the top layer. And then I added a similar cabochon. This one glued better, so I did not add. Sorry about that. I ran out of storage again. I don't know if it caught me saying, but I did not use a brad on this one because it stuck better with the wrapping paper instead of the gold ribbon. So, and then one of these I made a mistake. Was it this one? Yeah, this one here. I took this piece here and I glued it down on the wrong side. So you could see like the end of the tail right there. So it should look more like this. So it's like continuous and the layering piece doesn't stop at the end. Not that you could really tell, but anyway, just in case you noticed, I am aware. So those are the smaller ones. And then the larger ones are so pretty too. Look at this one. Isn't that gorgeous? I use different layering papers, but I use some, oh, here comes Millie. I was wondering where she was. The paper that I used for the main part of the bow is just some like pink shimmer paper that I got recently from officesupply.com. Hi, sweet girl. And then the paper on top of that, the layering pieces are Arala Miha Shop downloaded papers from Etsy, and I printed them out on regular copy paper instead of cardstock, so they would be nice and thin. So the thinner you can make your paper, the easier it is to make your bows. And then I glued a cabochon there, again from my friend Lisa. Lisa, I am just in love with all the cabochons that you sent me. And I think this is so pretty and shabby chic looking. A little bit of shimmer from the bow just looks so nice with the shabby chic papers. Okay, and look at how dimensional that is. Oh my gosh. They're not hard to put together at all. So this one is about 3 1/4 inches by, if we go by the widest, it's coming on 3 inches there. So it's a really nice size bow. You could see the size difference there. So that's the first one I made. And then the next one I made looks like this. This one I used some pink copy paper for the construction of the bow, so it's not shiny like the other one. And then I printed out this gingham paper onto regular copy paper as well. I added a dimensional glue dot there and then glued a cabochon on top of that, a little strawberry. Because when you puff these out, you kind of have to like get down in there to put your cabochon. So if you raise it up a little bit, it's easier to fit a cabochon on there. So that's what that looks like with all the pieces glued together in the back. And yeah, that one looks like that. Doesn't look so beautiful, so maybe I might cover that up if I'm gifting it. Otherwise, if you're just gluing it onto a package or a bag or as an embellishment, it really doesn't matter. And you can see the gift wrap lines here, so that's another thing to think about, but I do think they came out really, really cute. Okay, so those are my projects for today. I hope you enjoyed them. I will link them all down below. Again, if you're wanting this, put yourself on the wait list, and any others that might be sold out. I think the other ones are available. Not 100% sure, but you can always check on the product page. Follow my link if you place an order. I really appreciate that. Use my coupon code Strawberry Cream, save 10%, why not? And I will be back soon with more crafty videos. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please give this video a thumbs up. Millie would like to say goodbye as well. I'll try and hold the tripod so she doesn't, nope, it didn't work. I was trying not to bump it. But anyway, we'll talk to you soon and have a wonderful day. Take care, you guys. Bye.